Hello my guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. This is the channel where I give you a step-by-step guided analysis on how to use our strategy to enter the market, how to use our strategy to define the direction of the market. If you don't know how to get the direction of the market or the trend, this is going to be your channel and this is going to be your video. If you don't know how to analyze the forex market, I invite you to use my strategy, simplest strategy, 90% win rate to analyze the forex market. So today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, that is BTC USD, how it is Bitcoin recently has been dropping up to that level. So we shall be talking about how it came about for it to start dropping. I made I think 3 videos on Bitcoin, and then we predicted the drop of Bitcoin. So stick around and see how we arrived at this. Now let's go for it. And guys, if you do not believe in this strategy, just back test the previous videos I've been making. Look for the before and after. You will know that this strategy is solid. So let's go for it. This is Bitcoin, and this is the 2-hour time frame. And what do we say? The rules are clear. Remember, we use a rules-based strategy that guides us throughout the market. So what did we say about this? The rules are clear. I'll just bring this, and then we start putting out our rules that we shall be following step by step to see what happens next. So rule number 1 is go to your highest time frame, HTF. So rule number 1 is that you want to go to your highest time frame. Now we shall not waste time. We shall go to our highest time frame as the rules say. Rule number 1, go to your highest time frame. Now rule number 2, mark your structures. Mark your structures on the highest time frame. So on your highest time frame, you want to mark out your structures very well. Now you want to mark out your support and resistance zones. You want to mark out your demand and supply areas. You want to mark out your chart patterns, anything that you can see, people who trade channels. You want to buy anything that you trade, you want to mark it out on your highest time frame. Why? Because this is going to give you a go-to zone, or where you should expect price to go to or to reach after leaving a certain zone. I want you to remember that price travels from zone to zone. Price does not just move randomly. It is going to move from this zone to the other zone. Now, if you mark those zones on the highest time frame, let's say the weekly or monthly, it is going to take a lot of time for price to move from one zone to another. And that time that is moving, those are pips that you're bagging in your profits. That's why you want to mark them on the highest time frame. That is rule number 1. Rule number 2. Now, what other things do you want to observe in the highest time frame? You want to observe the candlesticks. How do they look like? You want to observe the trend of the market. Currently, the trend is bullish. However, you can see this weekly candle is clearly in a retracement. So it has no doubt that currently the week's candle is bearish. However, the overall trend is bullish, but we are in some kind of a retracement. So after marking out your structures on the weekly time frame, let's first mark them out as the rules say. Now you're going to mark out your structures according to what you see, according to what is visible to the eye. Now, for example, I normally use this line tool to see this is the previous support that was broken, turned into resistance, price made a higher high. Those are the charts that I want to mark. Then another one, I think I'm just going to mark the high, the previous high that price has opened or closed at. That is what I'm going to mark. Now, I normally want to mark only 2 zones, at most 3, but only 2 zones to deal with, such that I do not have a lot of things on the chart. When I mark 2 zones, I know I'm moving from here to here, or I'm likely moving from here to here. If I have a lot of zones, I'll have a lot of things to work out in my mind in order for me to get a trade to execute. But if I have only 2 zones, then it means I just move from this zone to the other zone. So whatever I'm planning should be within those 2 zones, not beyond the 2 zones. Beyond the 2 zones will only come out if one of my zone has been taken out. But before it is taken out, it makes logical sense that you should be planning within those zones. That is why I prefer to only have two zones. This is the upper zone, this is the upper zone, this is the lower zone. So I know if I'm moving from here, I'm coming here. If I'm moving from here, I'm coming there. Whichever pip count is here, that is what I'm going to take first before I can take anything that is going to happen after the breakout. I hope I'm clear after that. Now, we also talked about wanting to understand the candlesticks. Right now we see a candle that is rejecting, a bearish candle, but rejecting this support level on the weekly time frame. So that one we should also have to observe and see why it is rejecting. Now I teach a lot of these candlesticks and indecision candles, rejection candles, everything in my book. That book is on sale right now for $10 this month. Effective next month, it is going to be around $20 to $30. So make sure you take advantage of the book while it is still there. Then number two, I also teach how to mark this support and resistance very well the right way in my book and also in my mentorship. So you can either get the book or you can get the mentorship. And recently I've added in the book how to grow small trading accounts the right way, guys. Don't forget that. How to grow small trading accounts, not flipping, how to grow them. There is a step-by-step guide with clear examples and illustrations in the book on how to grow small trading accounts starting from $50 to the upside. Now I know people want to trade to grow $10, $20, but guys, remember, this is the financial market. We have to be serious. At least have some reasonable amount of money if you want to really make money out of the market. So if you're going to make $100, $50, $50 to 100, $100 to $500, it has to be something that is significant. You don't just come with $5, $10, and you think you're going to make some reasonable amount of money out of it. You have to be serious at a certain level. So you're going to start from $50 going to the upwards. It is all in that book. I've added that chapter, full chapter of around 10 pages in that book on how to grow small trading accounts starting from $50, guys. Starting from $50 going to the upside. So buy the book. That book is so knowledgeable. It has a lot of knowledge. People have been reading it, have reviewed it very well, and I feel so happy about it. That's why I keep on adding different chapters. However, if you bought the book already, just inbox me on Telegram and I'll give you an updated copy for free. Remember that copy I've just added a segment whereby I teach you how to grow small accounts. So if you already have the book, the older version, just inbox me. I'm going to give you the new version for free because you already bought the older one. So it's just being like an update. So I'll give you the update for free. Just inbox me on Telegram and then I'll be able to give you that for free. If you haven't, please make sure you take advantage of that book. You read through it. If you think you like it, then you can come for mentorship. Mentorship currently is only $100. But next month it is going to be $150. So it is upon you to take advantage of this. So enough of that. Let's proceed now. Now, rule number three. Rule number three, after I have done with the high time frame now, rule number three is drop down. Okay, let me say drop to your medium time frame. Now, they said drop to your medium time frame. My medium time frame is the daily. So I'm just going to drop the daily and we see what happens there. Let me first pull my rules closer. So I have dropped down to my medium time frame, which is the daily time frame. Now, on the medium time frame, this is where a lot of work is going to be happening. One, we are going to refine our zones on the medium time frame. This is now where we refine our zones depending to the last high price has been. Now this one I see price, the last high price has been is that one. Then the lowest price has been is still clear. So I think this one I can leave it there, or I can push it a little bit to the current lowest that price has been. Also on the medium time frame, this is where we are going to get our confirmations to send us to the lower time frame. This is where we're going to get our, let me just put it here, confirmations. This is where we're also going to get our confirmations on the medium time frame to send us to the lower time frames to look for entries. Guys, I use these same rules over and over again. Really, if you don't understand the thing, then the problem is just with you, or you either need to come for mentorship. And guys, what you have to know is that mentorship is not to extort money, is not there to extort money out of you guys. But remember, if you don't have the basics of trading, if you don't know any basics of forex trading, it is going to be hard for you to understand the market like the people who know those basics understand it. You'll have to pay for mentorship at one point. Even when you have learned the basics, you'll have to pay for mentorship at one point, such that you can eliminate the myth that is behind your mind that maybe these people who are profitable have something strange that they are doing. They have a particular secret they are doing. You'll only know that if someone who is profitable has told you that. If they haven't, it is going to be so hard for you to know that thing. That is why you have to, at some point, you'll have to pay for mentorship. It might not be from me, but from someone else. But you just have to make sure the person you're paying is credible enough, and that person also is realistic. Yes, if they are not realistic, then you're not going to get what you're looking for. So you have to make sure the person you're paying is realistic enough to give you what you require to be a real forex trader. And I'm being open and realistic to you guys. So you at some point you'll have to pay for mentorship. Mine is $100, but you can try others there. Maybe they are cheap mentorships there. If they can help you, well and good. All you have to do is get the knowledge. Now, when you look at this, price has reached the previous high that it was. Now, the immediate thing that is in your mind is to sell. Why? Because on the weekly we are at the previous high. On the daily we are also at the previous high that we have ever been. And we are seeing some rejections. The thing that should come in your mind is to start selling. However, you don't sell immediately. You wait for confirmations. And what are those confirmations? We shall see them on the lower time frame. Now, before I drop down to the lower time frame, my most work is going to be here. I want to see the immediate trend. I want to find my zones and observe possible turnaround points for this price action. Now, on the daily time frame, what do I see? I'm looking at price at my resistance point, so I'm likely to start selling. However, before I start selling, I want confirmations on the daily time frame. That's why I put confirmations here on the medium time frame. Now, I'm just waiting for any good rejection candles, any indecision candles at this level, or any engulfing candles, but they should be bearish if I'm to start selling anything that confirms. And I teach all those candlesticks in my book. Remember, I only put candlesticks that matter in your day-to-day trading in that book. Anything that is outside that, it is not in that book. I know there is a lot of knowledge out there, but what I did with that book is that I refined the knowledge and put in all of the things that you need such that you can access those things. That is what I did with that book. Only the things that you need, such that I can cut you all the noise that you would have gone through to learn forex the right way, the simplest way. So make sure you get the book such that you can at least judge for yourself, is this what you need or you need something else? But I guarantee you, the moment you get it, you'll just know that this is what you needed. You're likely to come for mentorship if you get that book. So let's proceed now. We said we want any rejection candle, bearish engulfing candle, anything that can prove to us that indeed the buyers have lost momentum and we are likely to start selling because we had our previous daily resistance. So sales are more comfortable than buys. Good. And remember, guys, we are into this market to make money, not to lose money. That's why you see that we have to plot any twist that might occur. We have to investigate and investigate before we can enter the trade. So I'll just play price forward. And remember, guys, I told you last time, when I'm playing price forward, for you the equivalent is you waiting for the candlesticks to print. Remember, this is a daily time frame. That means if I'm playing price forward, for you, you're waiting for those candlesticks to print and finish. That means you wait a full day to see what is happening next, and that helps you not to enter premature trades. That allows you time or room to see what is happening. It gives the market room to print whatever it wants to do, such that you can see clear structures. So let me play the price forward. So see what happens next time, the next day, guys. The next day I play price forward, we see a bearish engulfing candle, engulfing the first 1, 2, 3 candles. These are daily candles, guys. It is only one candle of price action engulfing the previous 3 days of price action, meaning the sellers at this point are stronger than the buyers. Now, this one gives you a confirmation of your bias, because remember, you have been thinking about sales and all of a sudden you see a bearish big engulfing candle, not engulfing on the 1 or 2 but 3 full bullish candles. That shows you that the sellers are strong and your bias has been confirmed. We are likely to start selling. Are we together up to that, guys? Guys, that's where you have to buy the book. That is why you have to buy the book. Click the link in the bio or in the description of this video and join my free Telegram group. Inside that group, just click on the pinned message. It will bring you to my inbox and ask for the book. Simple. Ask for the book or ask for mentorship, whatever you want me to give you, I'll be able to give you, because I teach all these things there. So do not forget. And also, why you should join that free Telegram group is that every Saturday I teach you how to analyze the market for free on YouTube live, for free every Saturday. So just make sure you join that free Telegram group, because it is of your own benefit. I hope you're together up to that, guys. Okay, so now let's proceed. Let us proceed. So this is a bearish engulfing candle. So this is our confirmation that we are looking for to drop down to the lower time frames for entry. Now, step number 4 is going to be drop to lower time frames for entries, to look for entries. So now step number 4 is going to be simple. I only have 4 rows and they are so consistent. Step number 4 is going to be simple. You have now to drop down to your lower time frames to look out for entries. Drop down to your lower time frame to look for entries only after seeing the confirmations on your medium time frame. So we are going to drop to the lower time frame. I always use the 6 hour or the 4 hour, but let me use the 4 hour because I use the 6 hour so much and people don't want to be waiting for long. Now, when I come to the 6 hour, what do I see? To the 4 hour, what do I see? This is my entry time frame. What do I see, and is what is that I want to see, or I should be seeing in order to decide to enter the market? Let me just bring back our rules close here. Then I go to my 4 hour time frame. Good, the rules are here. So now on my entry time frame, what do I want to see? One, I want to see structures that are going to enable me to enter the market. And what are those structures, guys? The structures are simple. I want to see any market chart patterns like double tops. I want to see triple tops, but those I'll trade them with the neckline. I want to see a head and shoulder at that area. Those are the structures that are going to enable me enter the market. Now, I want you to understand one thing, that each and every step that I reach to, I have drafted different subcategory rules for that step. For example, if I'm on my highest time frame, there are sub rules that I've drafted that are following after the main rule. There is something that is driving me to the high time frame. And when I go there, those sub rules are the ones that tell me what I should be seeing in order to confirm what. If I come to the medium time frame or marking the market structure rule number 2, those minor rules or the sub rules are the ones that tell me if you want to sell, you should be seeing this here. When I drop down to the medium time frame, it is telling me if you want to sell, you should be seeing this here. You get the point. That's why I tell you I want to see a confirmation in form of a bearish engulfing candle, in form of anything. But all that comes from drafting those rules. Now, if you want to know those rules, that is now when you want to join the mentorship, because I'm not going to reveal everything here for free, at least no, because I have people who have paid for mentorship. It is not going to be good. It's not going to look good to their end. So here I give you the best entry rules. If you can draft others within those ones for yourself, good enough. You don't need to join the mentorship. But if you can't and you want to use mine, or something similar to mine, then you have to join. Also in the book, some of those rules are there. You can buy the book, and I recommend, if you buy the book, use the videos to accompany the book. That way it is going to be easier for you to get the explanations that I'll be giving in the mentorship. So now, what do I want to see here? I explained to you I want to see a head and shoulder, or I want to see a double top, or I want to see a triple top. But double tops and triple tops are always with the break of the neckline. Then I get supply zones, then sell. Now, from the weekly, all my confirmations have been ticking off, ticking off, ticking off. There is no way I would look for buying to continue to the upside. No way. No way. The only thing I'm going to be looking for is for sales, sales, sales. Okay, because my strategy, that is what my strategy is telling me. So we are on the lower time frame and you're looking for entries. What do we see here? The first thing you want to see is that you see price making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high. And now we see a big bearish candle coming to this lower, previous lower, this is previous higher low, and it is breaking. In fact, it has broken the previous higher low. This one simply means that we are likely to start heading to the downside. Why? Because if the previous higher low is broken, which some people call the respected low, if it is broken, then you know the trend is in trouble. And if you look at this one, observing it very well, there was a trend line here that was taken out, and it was not only being taken out, however, it was taken out this big bearish momentum candle, this one here, big bearish momentum candle. And I teach about all these momentum candles and everything in the book, so go and get the book. You should be able to what, to read about the things and understand them. So after the break of this trend line on the 4-hour time frame with this momentum candle, and then we have this one is like a right shoulder, this the left shoulder, this one is a supply zone. This is a based drop, a good supply zone. So if price comes back here, it will not only be testing the outer side of the trend line, it will be testing the former daily resistance and also reacting from a supply zone. So I have 100 reasons to sell from here than buy. I have 100 reasons to sell than buy. And oh, by the people who are asking for my book, I think I'll just be putting somewhere my number such that you guys can WhatsApp me. People who cannot access Telegram can WhatsApp me on this number. Only WhatsApp, do not call. Only WhatsApp, 3350993. So that is the number. If you want the book, you can WhatsApp me on that number. I think I'm going to be putting it on almost all my videos, because people have been complaining they cannot to get my book. People have been complaining they cannot get me on Telegram. So this one, just WhatsApp. So I'm going to be putting it here like that. So I'm likely to be putting this number on each and every video that I make going forward, such that you guys can WhatsApp me and get the book, because most of the people have been asking me, we cannot access your Telegram. Some go to the group and they fail to find me. So if you want the book, that is going to be the number, or even mentorship, you can WhatsApp me on that number. So let's proceed now. We have followed our rules and we are waiting now to sell. What we want is price to come and react from this zone such that we can start selling. So I'm just going to play price forward. And remember guys, what I told you, if I'm playing price forward, the equivalent for you is you're waiting for price to come to that zone. That means if this is the 4-hour, you're waiting for each candle, you're waiting for 4 hours until it will come there. And that is it guys. Trading is a game of waiting. Patience, patience, patience. If you're not patient, it is going to be hard for you. So I'm waiting for price to come to that zone and I sell. As for me, I'm waiting for you. As I'm playing price forward, for you, waiting. So price tries to come but does not tap into the zone. So I'm just going to wait. Then that candle taps into the zone. Now, for me, that is my confirmation of sales. This is my confirmation of sales. Stop loss slightly below that area. And when you look at this pattern so well, you can see this is a left shoulder, this is a head, this is the right shoulder that I've been talking about. So I've gotten my structure. Price has reacted from my zone, and it's also testing from the outer side of the trend line that was broken with this momentum candle. I'm also retesting the resistance, daily resistance. So chances of me selling are very high. Chances of me selling are very high. So I'm just going to now wait for price to give me my pips. And what is the target? The target is on the daily. Do you remember the other zone that we drew and we said we are trading from zone to zone? You remember that zone that I drew and told you we are trading from zone to zone? That is now going to be our target because we are trading from zone to zone. That is now going to be our target down here. And you remember what I told you, I'm going to mark only 2 zones. Why? Because I know when you move from the other zone, we are coming to this zone. So let's go back to our what? Our entry time frame and see what price does next. Guys, make sure you get that book. You're going to learn how to do the things well. Now, initially I had targeted to get around 650 pips, but price gave me more than that. So I just took out at 650 because it was my target, but apparently price went through that zone. So if I had held for longer, I would be in more profit. So I'm just going to play price forward and then we see what happened. Look at what happened next, guys. Look at what happened next. Price just shot to the upside. Just went on to short to the downside like that. And now let me just get this. I think I should stretch this a little bit to where it is visible. Yeah, I think to there. Price just kept continued dropping to the upside. So my initial take profit was here. The first one was here, the second one was here. But I thought if price tapped this zone might retrace back. However, I did not get confirmations for retracement back, so it meant price is likely to continue to the downside. So let me just play price forward and see what happened. It retraced a little bit to the upside like that, then dropped up to that level, hitting my take profit. And also you see it is still continuing to the downside, so meaning if I still held it longer, I would go into more than 2000 pips on Bitcoin. So I think that is all. That's why you see Bitcoin has been dropping. Now if you want to get my book, the WhatsApp number is there. I'm going to be, I think I'll be putting it in every video that I'm going to make, so you'll be seeing it. Just WhatsApp me wherever you are on this number and tell me you want the book, and you'll be able to get the book. It is only $10 this month. Next month it's going to be $20 to $30 depending on what we shall agree on. So that has been all on our strategy. These are the rules. Where did I put them? Just make sure they are this side, I think. Yeah, they are this side. So just make sure you take the screenshot of these rules or use the exact one. I'll just leave them here. Use the exact one to get how you get your entries, step by step guideline on how to get into the forex market. Remember, you always have to be patient. Number 2, always follow your rules. If something has not happened yet, just ignore it. Now here we have the guidelines laid out here. You can just highlight them, go to your highest time frame. Number 1. Number 2, mark out your structures on your highest time frame. Number 3, you want to drop to your medium time frame, which also doubles as your time frame for confirmations, and most of your work is going to happen on the medium time frame. Number 4, drop down to your lower time frames and look for entries. What are the confirmations for entries? Head and shoulder, double tops, double tops, triple tops. So that is all. If you do that, then you're going to be good to go. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, because I always give premium content on this channel. Also, don't forget to like the video if you've learned something out of it. This has been a step-by-step guideline on how to achieve your forex dream. Also, don't forget to WhatsApp me on that number if you need the book. It is only $10, guys. Only $10, but it has a lot of knowledge. So if you need the book, don't forget to WhatsApp me on that number. Only WhatsApp. Just WhatsApp me, tell me you need the book, and then we shall discuss how you're going to make payments. So I think that is all. That book also I added recently, How to Grow Small Trading Accounts the Right Way. I give you the strategy on how to grow the account. I show you a step-by-step guide on which amount and how to trade it, which lot size to use. Everything is there on that book. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like the video for the algorithm. So I think I'll end there for today and wish you a wonderful day. Bye.